Hi everyone and welcome to a keto meal prep video. I started the diet about a week ago and here are my meals that I've prepared. First, we're going to start with my favorite thing ever is bread. We're gonna make Asiago cheese bagels. They are my favorite thing to have for breakfast. So for that you will need a cup and a half of almond flour. You don't have to sift it. This is already finely milled for you if you buy this brand. To that I'm going to add 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt. Mix the dry ingredients together and put aside. In a microwave safe bowl I am going to add 4 ounces or 4 tablespoons of cream cheese. The recipe calls for 3 cups of mozzarella cheese, but I don't like the consistency when it's too much cheese. I'm only gonna add 2 cups of mozzarella cheese and half a cup of grated Asiago cheese. I will microwave that for about a minute. Take it out, mix it all around, and then put it back for 40 seconds, and your cheese is ready to mix. As you can see, the consistency is pretty sticky and it was hard to mix with a spoon. So I'm just going to add 1 large egg to the mixture and just use my hand to work the dough. If you work it really well, it will become less sticky. I'm going to take my dough, split it into 2 and then into 3. I was initially going to make 6 bagels, but I had enough to make 7, so that's what I'll be doing. I'm also going to add the remainder of the Asiago cheese to decorate and just give it that nice brown color. Now we're just going to bake our bagels at 400 degrees for a little over 20 minutes. They came out so good and they smelled amazing. We're just gonna let them completely cool off before we put them in a Ziploc bag. These also freeze very well. The next thing I'm going to be making are the infamous egg bites from Starbucks. I just had some hot dogs left over from last night's dinner. I sauteed those in just a little bit of butter, salt and pepper. I'm also going to be using sour cream to make the egg fluffier, and we're going to be using 6 eggs for 8 egg muffins. To assemble these, I'm just gonna start by putting the hot dogs on my silicone cups. Pour the egg mixture and top it off with the cheddar cheese. And I'm just going to bake these at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. Wait for them to completely cool off before we put them away. Moving on to my lunches and dinners, I'm just gonna wash my vegetables really well. I highly recommend that just to get rid of any pesticides or chemicals that they might have been sprayed with. I do this every week regardless if I'm on a diet or not. I already washed my eggplants and fruits and put those aside, and I'm just gonna keep washing the rest. First, we're going to start with a Moroccan eggplant recipe. It is called zalouk. This is a spicier version of baba ganoush. This could be used as an appetizer, as a side dish, but try it. It is very delicious and easy to make. We're just going to chop up one large eggplant, boil that in salt water and drain it completely of water, and then mash that with a fork. And for the sauce, we're gonna dice a large tomato, add that into the pan with some olive oil, lots of garlic, a little bit of cilantro, a little bit of parsley, and a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of pepper, and salt to taste. Next, we are gonna be making one of my favorite meals overall, these beef kebabs. For the sauce or for the marinade, we will need to chop up a half a green bell pepper, half an onion, 1 tablespoon of cilantro, 2 tablespoons of parsley, and just mix that into a blender. To the beef, we will be adding 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of cumin, and the secret ingredient here is a tiny bit of cinnamon, and also add salt to taste. Satsuki sauce, I'm going to grate one or half a English cucumber, add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar to that, a little bit of salt, and put it on a sifter to completely dry off water. And then I'm going to take my Greek yogurt. To that I will add another tablespoon of white vinegar, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, grated garlic. Fresh garlic would be preferable for this, but I didn't have any on hand. And to that we are going to add preferably fresh dill, but I only had the regular dill that you buy from the store, and a little bit of olive oil, and mix everything well until combined. And then take your completely dried cucumber to the mixture and mix well again.
Music keeps me dancing. Music keeps me dancing. Music keeps me dancing.
I'm just going to cut the rest of the cucumbers as well as some cherry tomatoes. I've already cut my lettuce and it's now in the fridge just to have ready for a side salad. And I'm also going to dry the rest of my cherry tomatoes and package everything and put in the fridge for easy use. Now on to my absolute favorite salad to eat and to make. It is the Chipotle chicken slash taco salad. I'm just going to cut 2 chicken breasts. One will be for my zucchini pasta, which I will be filming later, and the other one would be for this chicken chipotle. I'm just going to cut my chicken breasts into long thin strips and cut the chicken for the pasta into small cubes. For the marinade, we're gonna need a juice of a whole lime, as well as some olive oil, garlic, a little bit of chipotle pepper. I just found these in a can form. I do have to warn you though, these are very spicy, so I only used one, and a little tiny bit of the sauce. I'm also going to add some cilantro, salt, pepper, oregano, and some onion powder, and I'm going to add my chicken strips and mix all very well. I'm just going to cut the rest of my bell pepper and onions here to add to the Chipotle chicken for dinner one night, and just put them in a container. That way it's easier for me to just grab and cook. For this lemon chicken zoodle recipe, you will need chicken breast or chicken thighs. I am just gonna add my already cubed chicken breasts to the pan. I'm gonna add in a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of parsley, cilantro. You can omit those too. I just had them on hand and I like the taste. To that, I'm going to add a little bit of oregano, garlic, salt, and pepper, and also the juice of a half a lemon. I'm also gonna cut up my mushrooms and broccoli into small pieces and add to the cooked chicken before I cook them for 15 minutes. I'm going to add cream or heavy cream at the end, also some Parmesan cheese to thicken up the sauce a little bit. For my zoodles, I'm just going to take one whole zucchini and I'm gonna use this spaghetti. This costs only $10 and I much prefer it to the big spiralizer machine that you can find in Amazon. I would definitely recommend getting this one. It's easy to use and easy to store. So I'm just gonna spiralize one zucchini for now and leave the rest for midweek or later. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna saute my zoodles in a little bit of butter and salt and pepper before I add the creamy chicken sauce on top of it. And last but not least is this chicken salad that's super easy to make. You can add this to your vegetables or salad or a keto bread sandwich. I just had some leftover chicken breast from my roasted chicken that I got from Costco that I didn't want to go to waste, so I just cut the chicken into small pieces, added some mayonnaise into a bowl, a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of mustard, onion powder, garlic powder, a tiny bit of sriracha, and some dill. I'm also going to add some parsley into that, and of course salt and pepper. Add my chicken in and mix everything well. So that completes my meal prep for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks so much for watching. Until next time, take care.